This is Kate Mulgrew, otherwise known as Captain Catherine Jane Wang, of the Federation starship Voyager, and I'm going to give you a little tour of my bridge. These gentlemen behind the camera are strangers in a strange land, but this is becoming progressively more familiar to me, if not intimate indeed. Here we are at Control. This is where my pilot sits, Tom Paris. And he sits here day in and day out, and he just says, just tell me when.
Here is the sick bay. These are the bio beds where my patients lay down, and I treat them, and I push these buttons here. And this is my favorite. This is what we refer to as the clamshell bed. The patient lies down here. We cover them with this sort of lame blanket here. And a clamshell comes up over them and tells us, you know, whether or not they've had seafood for lunch, I guess. I don't know.
Garrett Wang plays Harry Kim. And he sits here and looks at us with his angelic face. We all sort of say, we're so in love with you. We can't see straight. Nobody cares what's happening to Voyager, because everybody's madly in love with you, Garrett Wang.
Here we are. This is engineering. This is the hunting grounds of Torres, the bowels of the ship. And we're going to head on over to one of the most important parts of the USS Voyager. This is the warp core. The state that it's in right now, this is at impulse power. And right now, let's go to warp. There we go. Warp power right there. Warp power is when you are bending space. You have warp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The highest is 9.9. You can't be warp 10. Because if you're warp 10, that means you are at every point of the universe simultaneously. We have ATM machines over here, actually, in case you need to get some cash. There are little stickers you can see up here with, they're just saying, this says access panel, but underneath there's always some type of funny message. Like this one, it says, remember, no matter where you go, there you are. This last one is, just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip. It started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship.
My first officer, Chakotay, who is the head of the Maquis, sits here. He often sits here like this. And I, ostensibly, sit in this chair. However, I so seldom sit, it's become a joke. I'm always here saying, you want to screw around with me, you're in trouble.
I take them out with a thingy, and I place them here, and then this lights up, and then I kind of manipulate these thingies, and I draw some conclusion that you believe. This is something that we put on people's limbs to cure them in some way. Do you have any questions?
Down we go. And usually we see B'Elanna here. And what I love about B'Elanna is she sort of plays her console like a piano. Nobody knows what's going on. For I dipped into the future, far as human eye could see, saw the vision of the world and all the wonder that would be. I can't say it better than Lord Tennyson, can I?
Well, here we are. This is the transporter room. This is the transporter pad that we're on right now. And as you can see, we can beam in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A family of 6 can come in here. This was the original transporter ceiling used in Star Trek 1, the first film. They sort of revamped it for us, but I think that's a kind of neat piece of Trek history and trivia for everyone to know. Okay, why don't you come up here for a second and show you some stuff. Here we are. This is the console area where the transporter chief, whoever that may be at the time, resides. Stuff on the wall. Oh, this is kind of neat. This is one of the cooler effects, I guess, that's working. What it does is it just tells me in terms of whether or not the transport is going okay, kind of a thing. This is the sensor, touch sensor pad, which beams somebody in, beams somebody out. Oh, look how beautiful that looks. Why don't we just take a last shot of that? Look at that. Look at the yellow lighting right there and the blue. It's very color coordinated.
And you get up, and you go over here. And maybe you've wrapped up your day on the bridge. And then everybody just sort of quietly and uniformly goes like this. And that's our day on the bridge. Full thrusters. Good red alert.